on to the telephone today. So we've made 4 of our shakers. This is our order that we went in. We went from back to front. Can you even see that? Yes, you can. Went from back to front in this little kit that I've created. This one is a Prima. I forget what the name of it is, but it's like a wedding. Maybe it's Prima I Do, or a Prima Beautiful Day. Maybe that's what it was. I didn't quite know it was wedding. I just thought the colors were pretty. So it's like this kind of beigey and pink and lacy and some gold in there, some brown, and I just think it's really pretty with all the different colors. It's just like soft and lovely. So good one for like a bridal shower, or if you just are into this kind of stuff. Nothing in here specifically says wedding anywhere. It just, like, I gave some books away with these that are to people who aren't getting married. So yeah. So anyway, today we're going to be working once again in my baby girl theme. And like I said before, if you are missing something, just write me, let me know. Just message me through Etsy or Instagram and just let me know that you're missing something, and I will quickly mail it to you. So I've said before that if you end up with one of these little jars, it's because there's stuff in there that was a little bit too large to fit in here. In this case, there are some flowers that I put in here, and then some really big gold sequins that were going to be on the big side. So that's what that's about. Not every kit has that extra little bit, but a lot of them do. All right, so we've got a lot of pieces here, and therefore you have a lot of options. So not all of them came with the 2 different options of the line. So this one, there's a heart, and there's also just a loop. I don't think I included this in any of them except for this one, because I realized it was going to cover up all the shaker. And then the words for each one are different. So this one says "What's up?" Other ones like say "Call me," or just different things like that. So this is all ScrapDiva designs from a few years ago. The words and the tone. Okay. And, oh, this is the other thing that's on here, is I went ahead and included this piece on here that you can use or not. It's up to you what you want to do with that. So this big phone is the background, so we're going to start right there. And you have 2 different shakers on this phone if you choose to do it. So I'm definitely pulling this one out, and you should too, although you don't have to. But if you're making the shaker, you definitely want that. And then if you don't want to make the top part a shaker also, that's where this guy will go. It goes right there. And then this one right here, this is where I got a little mixed up a second ago. This one right here, oh come on. This one is actually cut out of that piece right there. So I just went ahead and left it in there, because what am I going to do with it? So if you want to use that, go for it. Like, you could definitely put it in here if you wanted like a different pattern in there or whatever. So there's lots of different choices for that. I am probably not going to use either of these. I want that little mushroom. I think that's really cute, and I like all the shakeriness. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this out as well. And then the other option, I mean, like, this one comes with a lot of different choices, is you have this to play around with as well if you want to. So you end up with something like that if you want to, or whatever you want to do. And then you have this little phone if you want it. Do you have to? No, you don't have to. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to work with this, my cord. I'm going to go with the regular loopy cord. The reason I'm starting with this is because I'm going to glue it down before I glue anything else down. I want it to be kind of on the back of the phone. using the simple pink side, not the crazy pattern side, because not everything needs to be crazy patterns, Tamara. And then I'm just going to glue it like that. And I'm going to glue it right where I'm also going to glue the, I'm going to glue the foam on top of it. So that's still going to all go right there. So I'm going to move this a little bit because I don't want to be able to see that sticking out. Not that it's going to be like super obvious or anything. It'll look just like another piece of the shaker bits. All right, and that's going to require me to work with it a little bit more. What am I doing? This goes here. I need to be doing this. That's going to require me to work with it a little more and make sure that I'm pressing down the foam over the top so that I seal that edge really well. If you were watching me make the honey, then you'll know that my dog was going bananas at the end of that video. And I was like, oh yay, I hope that my items are here so that I can continue organizing my craft room. It was things to put in my craft room that will need to be organized. Dang it. It wasn't the organizers. The organizer gets delivered by UPS. And so I'm like, ugh. UPS always seems to deliver to my house at like 10 o'clock at night, I swear. Which is weird because I'm like right close to Seattle. It's not like I'm super duper far outside the city. Anyway, they have their ways, I'm sure. But whenever something's getting delivered by UPS, I'm like, dang it! It's gonna be here forever. Like USPS, the best. Ooh. Okay. Now sticking to the table. I don't like that. Come on. It's one of the things that I love about art glitter glue is that it dries so quickly, but that's also can be a challenge because things can tack down before you can really get them placed appropriately. This one has a lot more finessing to do with the placing of the foam. And so you can see that I turned it over to the back so I can make sure and get the foam lined up on the edge of the paper. Okay, and I'm just going to press it all down, especially paying close attention to the parts where I put my foam cord attached. And then I'm going to take a sip of my lemonade. Right, I'm going to push that to the side for now. Let that set. And since I'm not going to be using that, I'm just going to put that over with the other stuff. And it looks like I dumped my pieces out and misplaced my apostrophe for what's up. Oh, no I didn't. No I did, but I can use that. That's just the inside of one of the letters. That'll work just fine. Sometimes people get really hung up on like having the exact thing. Like, but we're crafters, we can be resourceful. So if you need me to cut and mail you an apostrophe, I can do that. Or if you just want to get it done. Oh wait, no, they didn't put an apostrophe here. That's lame. As an English major, I'm offended. That's offensive. Because what's means what is. It's a contraction. These are the things that I get hung up on because I also teach that stuff. And when I see it not being observed in stuff like this, like signs and, you know, bugs me. Like when I spell night wrong, that bugs me. Okay, anyway, now that you've got all my pet peeves on lock. Gonna fill her up. Ooh, we got enough. Okay, got all of that. Shimmy, 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 shimmy down. And then I also have this. And this one, like if you have leftovers from other ones that you've done, clearly there's a lot of room in here for you to put a lot of stuff. So there's all my flowers and stuff on there. Oh my gosh, it's pretty. I don't know if I've already told you this, but I always tell my students that my favorite colors are pink, turquoise, mint, and sparkle. And when I say turquoise, I don't mean actual like dark turquoise, I mean like pastel turquoise. Some people might start to think it edges on seafoam green, but I don't go that far with it. So yeah, those are my favorite colors. Sparkle. What's the color, Mrs. Littlejohn? I like sparkle in any color. So it's good. The processing that happens is pretty adorable. Okay, so getting ready for that acetate. Just did a not good job on that edge. There we go. Also, I'm realizing I might not be, oh, I never zoomed in. Let's zoom in a touch. Just a scotch. There we go. Sorry, I'm not professional. I'm a hobbyist. And the whole reason I sell stuff is because I just don't like having things around. I like having raw materials, but not the finished products. So I love to make it. It does a lot for me to make it, but when I'm keeping things, that's tricky for me. Now this one is a little bit trickier to like get it down because it's so big. I'm not gonna keep poking at it because I don't want to spread glue around. I'm just gonna get it out of the, oh, that looks better than my finger. My finger is slightly sticky. And so I don't want to make glue go everywhere. I think that worked really nicely. Way better than my finger. When you're creating these, it is important that you're not getting glue everywhere because it shows when you have glue all over the place. It's gross. Looks like, you know, when dogs are in cars and they rub their noses all over windows. It's kind of like that. Doesn't that sound appealing? And if you do get it on there, just get a paper towel and wipe it really good. I find that like with the gold, when it gets glue on it, I just kind of buff it after it dries, and that usually works out pretty well. Okay, so that's so cute. I love it. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love the colors too. Maybe I do want to cut some of those out and include those in the package. What's up? Okay, so, and then this, I just want to put it right there. What's up? Previously, when I've made these, I've done a lot of like flowers around the edge too. So I embellish it quite a lot with some other stuff. So there's a lot of opportunities for this guy. There's a lot of space to play with. So it's kind of a fun one, in my humble opinion. I don't even remember what this paper is called. I just know that when my daughter was born 22 years ago, I bought it. And I'm like, it is time to use up the paper that I bought. Scrapbooking for my infant daughter, who now has a full-time job herself and has moved out and has a boyfriend, all that stuff. All right, so there we go. There's my finished one. Yours probably looks different, but that's the basics of it. So thank you so much, and on to number 6. So have a good day, have fun crafting.